back again. Next, we're going to work on the exhaust cover. I went ahead and kind of put everything in its place so I knew where it went, how it went. Keep track of the screws, what screws go where. As you can see, I've went ahead and put stainless cap head screws in because I like the looks of them. I think they look better. I matched each screw. Went down to the hardware store, found each screw that was original and replaced it with a nice shiny new stainless cap head screw. I don't know, I just like the looks of them. Don't have to do that. And if I'm going to spend all this time rebuilding this motor, I've put a lot of hours into it. I want it to look nice. To each his own. All right. Get these screws off. I have a Johnson 9.5 horsepower. I got it with the boat I bought. And that's really the first outboard I ever really worked on. It's an older one. It's a 60s model. But it was in pretty good condition. And only had to replace the impeller on it. So as you can see, everything in here is nice and clean. Took this all apart, sandblasted, scrubbed, cleaned, repainted, you know, primed, repainted, all the parts. I think these old two-stroke outboards, they get a lot of gunk inside there from the oil because you mix it with the gas, so it's pretty dirty, really dirty. It took a lot of work. All right, let's see. We got the cover. Yeah, surfaces all nice and flat, clean. Make sure there's no oil residue on there. Got new gasket for the cover. Got this inside plate. Again, was really dirty. Little pitting. It's all right. Just kind of wire wheeled it, cleaned it up, brushed it. Looks okay. Kind of laid this flat part on some sandpaper on a flat surface and just kind of made sure there was no high spots. Kind of surfaced it. Made sure that everything's going to lay nice and flush and smooth. Even though there's gaskets, I just kind of want to make sure that everything's just right. So you got this cover, bow goes out, obviously, inside, and then you got the inside gasket. So there we go. Go this way, just like that. Match all your holes up, make sure everything lines up, you know which way to put it. Now this one has quite a few holes that go into the engine compartment. So we're going to be mindful of that. Anything that probably needs some kind of thread sealant, we're going to go ahead and put the thread sealer on there. Pretty much almost all of them. And then anything else, we'll just put the regular anti-seize lube on everything else. So first gasket, we're going to go ahead and put some sticky stuff on there. Get that high tack so it holds it in place. We got multiple parts going in here. Just makes the job that much easier to reassemble. I was spending a lot of time on the internet, on YouTube, trying to find videos of how to do this stuff. Still had a lot of questions unanswered, but I figure I'll give it a try and see how it works. So I figure I'll make some videos, and maybe you too can get some information. That looks pretty good. Holes are lining up. Now I'm going to put that gasket there. I'm going to leave nothing on this, and then I'm going to take this gasket on the outside here, put some sticky stuff on there, and that should hold it to this cover. So we'll go ahead and do that, hold it to the cover, and then that way all I got to do is just put this on here and then just slap it together. So it should be fairly easy that way. And again, because they are gaskets, it's not really required, you know, to put this stuff on. But if you want to try to do it without it, you probably can. But I like easy. So if it's going to hold something in place, I'm all for it. Because I'm not very skilled in mechanic work. Like I said, I only worked on one other outboard and just did the impeller for the water pump. So I had to start from scratch to figure this stuff out. can't afford to buy a brand new one. Got a really good deal on this motor though for 200 bucks. It was cheap. The engine was seized, so hence had to take it all apart, replace all the parts that were bad. It's been a learning journey. Somebody that's never done any of this can figure it out. If you guys are worried about tackling something like this, I'm pretty sure you should be able to do it. Just a little research. So I'm going to go ahead and put thread sealant in this top hole. And then on one of the screws. Doing both. Nice, good coat. And then just kind of hold that to the assembly, the cover. Put this inside piece, and then in the hole. And that is the way you use that tacky stuff, man, because that can be tricky if you don't have that. I'm just gonna put it there. Hold everything. So, got a screw over here. Does not go through engine motor. So it's open to the outside. Or you can just put a little thread anti-seize. Stick her in. Thread sealant in here, in that hole. Put some in that hole, that hole, and that one goes all the way out. That one needs it, and then the two inside. Middle of the cover. All right. Put it on the screws. Fun stuff. Time consuming. Makes for long videos. right, that's it. Go ahead and tighten these up and just snug them up. No torque spec on these. The book I got basically gives you the screw sizes, bolt sizes, and it just says, you know, all screws and bolts to 2 to 5 pounds, foot-pounds. These are in the book says number 10, but they're like 1024 is standard thread. Yeah. Just kind of hit them twice, go all the way around, hit them twice. Just want to tighten it up evenly so you don't warp anything. So that's pretty much it for the exhaust cover. It's on the exhaust side of the engine. Take my rag, make sure everything's clean. Got a little sealer ooze there. Clean it up. There we go. Looking pretty good. So we've done the crankcase, did the reed plate, reed cover, and then did the exhaust cover. I think I'm done for today. I'll pick it up again tomorrow, and then we'll work on the other parts. Do the intake ports, carburetor, magneto, and probably the head. We'll do the head and the head gasket tomorrow. So that's it for today. All right, till the next one.